When I first left school, I decided I wouldn't do physiotherapy. It seemed to be the obvious thing to do because the family had been in physiotherapy from my grandfather's day. I decided I would try and be a surveyor. I got a job with Fletcher Roberts in Dunedin and went up to Oamaru. I travelled up to the top end of Oamaru, and the job involved the measurement of valley, which was eventually to become a reservoir. I don't know if it did. I've never checked that since. But I was there about a month as a chainman with a friend of mine, and we chained the area and did what we were told and did all the sums at night and cooked the meals for the other two surveyors. And I enjoyed that month. It was wonderful. Wonderful weather and all the rest of it. And I thought, this is the job for me. And so I came back to Dunedin, and the jobs continued in different areas. And the one about the middle of the winter, I think, because it had been summer when we were in Oamaru, but about the middle of the winter we ran into bad weather. We were building or lining up the areas for a new subdivision up the top of North East Valley. And it rained and it rained and it rained for months, for weeks. And we were walking around in clay, and the thing that really upset me was not so much that, was the coldness and the tea. When we had lunch, we had tea water was brought up in a 4-gallon can, petrol can, and that was, I think tea was just added and added and added, and just water was added, but nobody ever cleaned it out and started again. And that became pretty bitter, pretty horrible, and that's the thing that really drove me out of that. Then for a good long time I had odd jobs around the area, gardening and labouring generally. And I went to Cadbury Fry Hudson for a time. It was quite an interesting experience, just factory working there. And then eventually I came to my senses a bit and thought perhaps I'd better suffer the physio out. And so I joined physiotherapy and qualified in 1949. The reason possibly why I went into physiotherapy was the fact that it had been in the family, not because my father and mother were physios, and that would have turned me away from it a bit, I guess. But I think it was because of the old man who started it all off, and there was a historic trace there, which was quite good. And why not join up with that? And I suppose once I got started in physio, I was most interested in it. And I enjoyed anatomy, I loved anatomy, or physiology, and I wasn't so happy with some of the other subjects, but once I got into practical physiotherapy, it was great. I enjoyed it there, I think.